What's going on YouTube? My name's Ace. Welcome to the Gaming Hookup and welcome to our first episode of Breaking News Hookup, where we will be basically covering current events, reacting to videos, and obviously covering all the latest and greatest video game news that's most important to you guys. Today though, we're talking about a very sad story. And if you didn't hear, somebody was swatted. And if you haven't really, heard of swatting, a lot of big YouTubers have been hit by swatters. It's a prank basically where they get the police department to go to your house and basically barge in and basically ruin your life. It happened on White Boy 7th Street. I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's a very well-known YouTuber. He was affected by the swatting incident. Well, he left with his life, fortunately. And in this situation, Andrew Finch, 28-year-old father of two, lost his life. And it's a very unfortunate situation. He wasn't even the individual that was involved whatsoever. Now keep in mind, guys, this resulted all over a $1.50 wager match on a site called UMG, where you can go on and bet other Call of Duty players and then also various other games. This situation was over a World War II match. Individual team killed another guy, and they all got in a fight. Big old deal over $1.50 and a video game. It's disgusting how we as a society, we need to go back in time and take life more serious, man. Life's too short to be fighting over a video game. Anyway, person goes on Twitter. They're fighting, going back and forth. One dude says, "I'm gonna swat you." The other guy says, "No, you're not." Puts his address online, says, "I dare you. You're gonna go to prison." Next thing you know, the SWATistic guy is contacted to do the SWAT phone call, and it's a real doozy, man. This guy is a complete mess. He needs to be locked away for life. This guy thinks, he thinks it's a joke, and he doesn't take no responsibility for this individual losing their life, Andrew Finch, man, because that address that was posted wasn't even the individual that team killed the other guy, on Call of Duty World War II. I mean, I can't even believe I'm saying this. I cannot believe someone lost their life, and it's all because of a video game. But let's go ahead and listen to the 911 call. Alright guys, before we listen to the 911 phone call from SWATistic made directly to the 911 emergency dispatch, I want to point out these phone calls and evidence are directly from the Wichita Police Department's official Facebook account. They were directed by the District Attorney's Office and the Attorney General to release this information to the public. So let's go ahead and listen to the 911 call. We're going to react to this, man. This is crazy.
Hello?
This is 911. What's going on? Hello?
Yeah.
This is 911. What's going on?
I recently got disconnected. I had told you guys everything that happened about the argument with my mom and dad.
Okay. What's your address? Hello?
Yeah, it's 1033 West McCormick Street.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
They were arguing and I shot him in the head and he's not breathing anymore.
Now, hold on. Now, this is the thing that's interesting here, guys, is if you're a, veteran 911 operator, even someone with common sense, this guy sounds way too calm to be involved in shooting his dad. Now, even a sick psychopath would be crying, right? I mean, I know everybody reacts differently to distress, but I just think he sounds way too calm, and the 911 operator should have told the responding police officers, hey, you need to investigate the situation and tread lightly. That's my opinion, but I don't know.
Okay, so what's going on right now? Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any weapons on you?
Yeah, I do.
What kind of weapons do you have?
A handgun.
What kind of handgun is it?
I don't know, it's my dad's.
What color is it?
It's black.
Where exactly are you at in the house?
By the closet.
Now, this is real quick, I want to point out, he's taking way too long to respond to these easy questions from the 911 operator. I mean, I don't know, maybe, you know, you're getting lots of phone calls, serious stuff all day long. It's hard to tell if someone's lying or making something up, but it just doesn't sound like someone that's in distress. I don't know.
Okay, what closet?
My mom's.
Where's that at in the house?
In her room, which is where she's at, and my little brother.
This is where it gets interesting.
Yeah. I was on the phone with you guys earlier, telling you guys about it. I got disconnected.
Okay. Well, we're going to try to get you some help. Where exactly in the house, like, is this a one-story or two-story house?
It's one story.
Is it towards the front of the house, the back of the house?
Well, like, it's like towards the back, I guess.
I mean, dude,
I'm just pointing the gun at them.
This is what's frustrating, man, is a 911 operator, I don't know. I guess, you know what, overall police officers and 911 operators need to get some extra training, I guess, after these kind of incidents that are happening. We got some sick people out there. They need to be able to identify and hire people that can kind of, you know, tell by the way someone's talking. You know, hey, should we investigate this further before jumping to conclusion? And what happened to, you know, innocent until proven guilty, man? But, you know, let's continue.
Making sure they stay in the closet. My mom, my little brother.
Okay, is there any way you can put the gun up?
No. Are you guys sending someone over here? Because then I'm definitely not going to put it away.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and stay on the phone with you, okay?
That's fine. Until they get here, or
she must be trying to trace the call.
Okay?
She's probably trying to trace the call, but he probably is using a spoofing app.
Because I already poured gasoline all over the house. I might just set it on fire.
Okay, well, we don't need to do that, okay?
Come on.
In a little bit, I might.
Why would you do that?
Do you have my address correct?
Yeah, this guy's a sick fuck,
Can you
man.
verify it for me again?
It's 1033 West McCormick Street. My zip code is 67213.
Okay.
He gave him the zip code, bro. Who does that when they call 911? Oh, by the way.
Like, does your front door face north, south, east, west?
I don't know. It's just crazy.
See, now, this is where it gets interesting, too. She's asking these keynote questions because she's trying to really figure out, is this person actually even do they even live there? You know, so you can kind of tell she's kind of suspicious of the phone call. The guy sounds very out of his fucking mind, and yeah. So you can tell she's asking, hey, which you know direction does your driveway? You know, is it a 1-story, 2-story? She's asking these questions, so maybe she was suspicious of the phone call.
In the street.
Okay.
My dad isn't breathing. It's kind of giving me anxiety, making me like paranoid. Hello?
I'm still here.
I don't know, man.
I'm still here, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, are you white, black, Asian, Hispanic?
He doesn't know what he is, so he's like trying to figure it out real quick.
Are you white, black, Asian, Hispanic?
It was an accident, so.
Okay, that's fine.
He doesn't. Yeah. I mean,
Are you there? Talk to me.
I think he's like Hispanic,
Hello?
the guy that's actually making the call. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I can't tell what race he is. He looks like he's a drug addict. So I'll show his picture in a minute here.
Hello?
Actually, let's see if I can. So, looks like that, like, disconnected there. So let's see, let's skip forward. Okay.
Have a shooting at 10:33.
So, now, we're at the point where the call was disconnected. It looks like he hung up. They're probably trying to trace his call. He got paranoid and dropped the call. All right, so at this point, Swatistic, the swatter, autistic, whatever you want to call this freak, he disconnects from the phone call. I think he began to become a little bit paranoid that they were trying to track him, because the call was going for a while there, and you see the 911 operator, she was finally starting to use some brains there and ask some, you know, keynote questions to figure out, is this individual really involved in a shooting? He sounds a little bit too calm. But anyway, this is what the dude looks like. This is the Swatistic, who's been identified as Tyler Barris. And this is a mugshot from 2015 when police say he falsely claimed to have planted bombs in the office of a Glendale, California-based, it looks like an ABC TV, but I mean, come on, this guy should have been locked up a long time ago. Look at him, he looks like a freak. I mean, look at his neck. The guy doesn't look like he's 8 and probably 3 or 4 months in this picture. I'm exaggerating, but he looks like he's on drugs. He don't look sane. And yeah, he's not right. But anyway, he disconnects from the call. It's going to go to 911 dispatch. So let's continue.
1033 West McCormick, 253, 250 after assist.
This is the police officers actually talking back to 911 dispatch and telling them what's going on in the situation.
North 5 Main Road.
The cops sound like they're not too excited, you know, like they're professionals, they're trained for this, right? We think.
Correct. The complaint's advising he did shoot his dad in the head and he's not breathing. He's also indicating that his mom and brother are in the house and he has them at gunpoint.
Did you have any call history with that phone number?
See, now hold on, let me pause it, because that's
now the only thing I've got in there.
Now, the reason why the police officer asked this question, again, when you're a police officer and you're trained, you know, you get false calls a lot. You know what I mean? You go to houses where, you know, someone says they beat somebody up, or I got beat up, or I got raped, and it ends up being a completely false story. So what the police officer just asked there is very important to point out. He said, is there any history at this address of you know, domestic violence? And listen to what they say. Nothing. Spoiler, but...
Previously was back in August on a stroke.
Medical phone call only. No police activity at this address. I mean, this family's lived here for like years and years and years. I don't know the exact time frame. They didn't just move in. This is not a violent family, and they do not have a criminal record according to what's been said.
72-1023 on the shooting. 72-10-4, officers 1033. You were 10-4 that the suspect has got the gun and holding his mom and dad, or his mom and brother at gunpoint, is that correct?
78, I'm with them. We're standing off at the corner.
72 and 78, 10-4, street close.
253, we're coming in the area. Where are you guys at exactly? Walnut, McCormick.
The male indicated going to be your suspect. Says he didn't mean to shoot him, that he was arguing with his mom and got out of hand. They hung up on us. I no longer have contact. We're unable to call back.
Okay, now I'm going to pause it real quick because it's going to go into the footage. And this is from December 28th, man. This is only a few days after Christmas, a few days before New Year's Day, man. And it really sends chills down my spine. This is a very serious incident that should have never happened. And first of all, the people on Call of Duty shouldn't have been arguing. Second of all, they never should have contacted this fake wannabe hacker or whatever he is, even if he's a real hacker. I don't care. It doesn't impress me, okay? You're not a real man, all right? You're sabotaging people's lives. That's upsetting. And then final note is that the police officers should have been a little bit more careful, and, you know, they should have been taking a few extra steps. This should have all been prevented. You know, even if the individual did get swatted, Andrew Finch should still be alive. They should have taken extra precaution. They should have used their training that they've been provided in the past, and it just should have never happened. Let's go ahead and watch the footage.
Show your hands! Walk this way!
So they're across the street. Hold on. I'm gonna pause it because I heard the gunshot, right? I heard the gunshot, but this is the thing that really concerning to me is that they're across the street. So how could they really identify You know, I know obviously the weapon they have probably has a scope, they're probably zoomed in or whatnot, but how could you really identify across the street in the dark that someone actually has a gun in their hand? That's the concerning thing to me, that a police officer, someone that we put our trust into, you know, to you know, be saviors and protectors, and you know, they're supposed to protect us, man. And that's the thing. It's upsetting. They're not supposed to kill us. They're supposed to protect us, man. And they've been talking about this police brutality and how really police officers jump to conclusion way too fast. You know what I mean? And they go based on the way an individual looks, and 9 times out of 10, and it's true, they react before they think. And you know, let's go ahead and continue here though. This is slow motion. Remember, this is all from the Wichita Police Department's official Facebook account. I mean, this has been viewed almost 100,000 times at the time that I'm actually viewing this with you guys. Slow motion. It's not very clear. Let's see. He has his hands up. I don't think he even realizes that they're there for him. You know, there's a police officer vehicle. Looks like an alleyway next to his house. I don't know if that's a driveway or an alleyway. He puts his hands down. I mean, even how blurry this is, I don't even see him reach for a gun, guys. I mean, this is nuts, man. I mean, I don't know, man. This is crazy. I'm going to go back just one more time real quick. Let's see. Let's go back to the... I want to see in slow motion. Let's see. I mean, it's blurry, though. Don't get me wrong. It is. It's blurry. He has his hands up. And he probably was like, what did I do? And dropped, like, it's like a natural instinct. Say you're like, what did I do? What? Drops his hands. See, he drops his hands. Blast him, bro. Yeah. Oh, man. Before I forget, there is a GoFundMe that's been established by the family of the victim. This is Andy Finch right here, picture with one of his kids. Please visit the GoFundMe. It's linked in the description down below. And even if you can't donate, share on your social media. Let's get this family some more money. They've already surpassed their goal of 20,000. Money is never going to replace Andy. And if I could, I'd donate $1 million to him, guys. So please stop by the GoFundMe. You know, add a comment. Let them know Gaming Hookup, the family here at Gaming Hookup, you know, sends our condolences, and he's in our prayers. That's all I have for this episode of Breaking News Hookup. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn notifications on, and before you leave the video, slap that like button. It does help us grow, guys. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.